Students, today we will discuss a new chapter, banking. Before starting the chapter, we need to discuss few terms which are related to banking. The first is bank. Alright? What is a bank? Bank is a licensed institute which receives the deposit from any individual and provide the financial services in other fields. Second term is banking. Banking is a process by which a bank carries its all financial services and business activities under the guidance of Reserve Bank of India. Now, what is Reserve Bank of India? Reserve Bank of India is actually bank of all the banks, or you can say boss of all the banks or head of all the banks. Reason behind? All the rules, all the regulations, all the policies are prepared by RBI, and those rules, regulations, policies will be followed by all the Indian banks, whether it is private, public or government bank, any kind of bank. All the banks have to follow the rules, the regulations and the policies of Reserve Bank of India. The current headquarter of Reserve Bank of India is in Mumbai, but in the beginning it was in Kolkata. Next, types of bank account. This is the important part. Types of a bank account. The first bank account is saving bank account. Saving bank account is for all people. This is the very common bank account. But in this bank account, the customer may use number of transactions limited in a day. Means the number of transactions per day is limited in saving bank account. Next bank account is current bank account. This bank account is especially for businessmen. Reason behind, the transactions per day is unlimited. This is the difference between saving bank account and current bank account. Saving bank account has limitation of transaction per day, but current bank account is unlimited transaction per day. Next is fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account, in this account actually we used to deposit once in the beginning. A handsome amount will be deposited to bank for a long term, 9 years, 10 years, that depends upon the bank's policy. So since we are depositing once in the beginning for a long term, that's why it is called fixed deposit. National Saving Scheme, Kisan Vikas Patra, all these schemes comes under fixed deposit account. Fourth and the most important, that is a topic of the chapter, that is a recurring deposit account. It is also called as cumulative bank account or periodic bank account. I repeat, a recurring deposit, in the short it is called RD, cumulative bank account or periodic bank account. So we are going to discuss properly and thoroughly this bank account. Recurring bank account. In this bank account, a fixed amount, listen carefully, all the terms which we will use in the question. I am just emphasizing on those terms. A fixed amount will be deposited to bank every month for a given interval of time. So, a fixed amount every month is deposited to bank for a given interval of time. Fixed amount every month for fixed time interval. This fixed amount is actually called as premium. We will use the symbol P. Fixed amount that we are planning to deposit to bank is called premium. Every month means 1/12 year. Every month means we are talking about 1 month. So here every month means the time is 1/12 years. Fixed time interval. This time interval is called actually maturity time. These terms will be used in the question. Now, all these things we are going to discuss by taking an example that will help you to understand the process of calculating the interest by the bank, and it will help you to understand the formula that we are going to use in the question. It's not a derivation, so logically I am going to obtain the formula. So the example is this. Suppose I have planned to open a recurring deposit bank account. So I have planned that 500 rupees will be deposited to the bank every month. 500 rupees every month. Now, how long I will deposit it? So I have decided it to deposit for 1 year. 1 year means $12 months. So now just try to involve with the activity. 500 rupees every month. It means 12 times, because 12 months are there. So 12 times I will deposit 500 rupees to the bank. After completing 1 year, I would have deposited to the bank 6,000 rupees, because 500 rupees for 1 month, we have to deposit it for 12 months. So total 6,000 rupees I will deposit to bank. After 1 year, when I go to the bank to ask my money, so bank will give me 6,000 rupees or more than 6,000 rupees or less than 6,000 rupees. It's a very much clear. 6,000 rupees. If it is less than 6,000 rupees, I will not accept. If it is equal to 6,000 rupees, so what is the meaning of depositing 500 rupees for 12 months? So the third option, I will be happy if I will get more than 6,000 rupees. So let I received 6,500 rupees from the bank. So my actual money deposited is 6,000, but I am receiving 6,500 rupees from the bank at the time of maturity. Time of maturity is 1 year, that is 12 months. This money is called maturity value. Maturity value means this money is actually sum of two amounts. The first, actual deposited money plus interest paid by the bank. Alright? So interest paid by the bank. Now there are two kinds of interest. Simple interest and compound interest. So remember, in case of a recurring deposit account, interest will be simple interest. So bank will give me simple interest. And formula for simple interest is P R T upon 100. This is the rate of interest which will be approved or fixed by the bank in the beginning. This will be fixed. Time. I told you in the beginning, interest will be calculated every month. So every month means 1 month, and that is equals to 1 by 12. So since this T is 1 month, so value of T will be 1 by 12 years. The most important is this principle. What is most important and little bit complicated also. Bank will calculate the interest every month and we are depositing the money every month. What does it mean? We are changing the principal every month. And since we are changing the principal every month, bank has to calculate the interest every month. So how many times interest will be calculated according to this example? 12 times, because every month, so 12 months, so 12 interest will be calculated and all interest will be added. Alright? So all interest will be added and that interest along with the actual money will be returned at the time of maturity. Correct? So here we are going to discuss how bank will calculate the interest. That is the most important part. And the calculation will help you to get the formula. That formula is actually shortcut. Means we have two options. Either we calculate the interest month-wise or we get the calculation through the formula. If we have a formula which will help you to calculate the interest in one attempt is better than the calculation for every month. But the derivation will, or the justification of the formula will go through a calculation, and I am going to take all these things through this example. So I have planned to deposit 500 rupees for 12 months, and bank has to calculate the interest every month. So month wise I am going to calculate the interest. Now, month number 1, the beginning. Alright? How much money you have deposited in the beginning? 500 rupees. So this is principal for first month. Rate will be fixed. R, whatever rate will be given or approved by the bank will be used in place of R. So 500 rupees into R into T. My dear, T is 1 by 12 because time is 1 month. PRT upon 100. This is the interest for first month. Now go for the second month. Second month, already 500 rupees have been deposited to the bank, and now you are depositing 500 more. So for the second month we have two 500s. This is the principal for the second month. Correct? So 500 rupees 2 times. Rate of interest will be same. As I told you, it cannot be changed by the bank in between. Time will be fixed. 1 by 12 upon 100. This is the interest for the second month. Go for the third month. Already two 500s are there in the bank. Now I am depositing 500 more. So total how many 500s? 3 500s. That will be the principal for the third month. 3 500s. Rate will be fixed. Time will be 1 by 12. All divided by 100. This is the interest for third month, and so on. For the last, that is 12 month, by the end of 12 month, you would have deposited 12 500 rupees. At the same rate of interest. All individual interests have been calculated. Now the total of the interest will be here. I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 and so on till I12. When adding, just see, this 500 is involved in all the calculations. So that 500 may be taken as common. R is same for all the months. So R may be taken as common. 1 by 12 is involved in all the calculation. So 1 by 12 may be taken as common. And 100 100, 100 and 100. This is another numerical value which is involved in all the calculations, so that 100 may be taken as common. So this all 500 are 1 by 12 100. 500 are 1 by 12 100 has been taken common. So the remainder is 1. Here 500 are 1 by 12. 100 is common, so we have left with 2. Then we have left with 3 and so on. Last we have left with 12. And now we have come to the situation where we have to understand it very properly. This is actually natural numbers. First natural number and the last natural number. So in the writing pattern, this is called first 12 natural numbers, and we have to add all these natural numbers. So we have a formula actually based on arithmetic progression, but that can be learned by a trick. So the trick is this: whenever you have to calculate the sum of first natural numbers, so how many natural numbers are there? 12. So the sum can be calculated by this. Take the last natural number, increase it by 1 divided by 2. So this value will be the sum of these natural numbers. Another example, suppose we have to calculate the sum of first 100 natural numbers. It will be 100 increased by 1 divided by 2. So same thing can be applied over here. 500 are 1 by 12 into last is 12 increased by 1 divided by 2. So this value will be the interest which we will get along actual money deposited. Correct? Now generalize it to get the final formula. Suppose this is not for 12 months. This is for n months. So what will happen? Suppose 500 rupees is the premium. So we are using the symbol for premium as P. R will be decided by the bank. Time is fixed upon 100 into, go for this. So earlier it was for 12 months. Now we have decided it for n months. So it will be written as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, what will be the last number? N. So the interest P R upon 12 into 100, what will be the sum of first and natural number? I told you, take the last natural number, increase it by 1 by 2. This is the interest formula which will help you to calculate the interest in one attempt. And these were the steps to calculate the interest month-wise. Suppose the time of maturity was 5 years, means 60 months. So how many calculations are required? 60 calculations. But by using the formula, only one attempt is sufficient to get the interest. So I repeat, interest by this formula: P, the premium; R, the rate of interest. Alright, n plus 1 by 2 into 12 into 100. So PR n plus 1 by 12 into 100 into 2. This is the final formula which we will use during the calculation of questions. So in the next video we will discuss the questions. Thank you.